Yeah, it's just like surprisingly good. Like when you look at this deck on paper, it doesn't look like it's doing anything special. But the combination of obviously the elves are powerful when the green cards are just great when you get to play Elvish Mystic and Llanowar Elves, accelerating your curve. You put a lot of pressure on your opponent to have a removal spell for your Llanowar Elf, or it just snowballs out of control. And the really nice thing I love about this deck is with Bonecrusher Giant and Lovestruck Beast, and also to a lesser extent Scavenging Ooze activations, you're never leaving any mana unspent. You are using all of your mana every single turn, which is awesome. And you also have, the creature lands, the Mutavaults, all that kind of stuff. You have so many things to do with your mana. So, like, the fact that you get to be this, like, kind of sort of aggressive deck, it's not, like, the most aggressive deck. We're not talking about Atarka red levels of aggression, but you have fast starts with, like, Elf and a Stormseeker. When you have that draw, you're putting a ton of pressure on your opponent very quickly, especially if you can follow that up with like a Lovestruck or a Chariot. You're just hitting for so much damage. So you can race pretty much anybody. But yeah, you're being mana efficient every single turn. You have a lot of good grind game against Rakdos with like the Chariots and the boats and all of the adventure creatures being 2-for-1s. It just really feels like a really good deck, We got a 1-land elf hand with 2 Lovestruck Beasts. Now we'll ship this. It's a 2-lander. Doesn't have any acceleration, but I think on 6 I'll probably have to keep this and put back the boat. The other cool thing the Fable does is it does accelerate you to boat, which can come up. I can copy something with Fable, copy the token with Chariot as the second token, copy gets sacked. No, you keep the whatever you target with Chariot, you keep that token. Like, you keep the copy. Right, exactly. It's just, Fable's also, even if it's not doing a ton, if you don't have a ton of synergies to go with Fable, it's just one of the most powerful cards in the format, so it does make sense to play it. What happened with the Rakdos matchup? Okay, so game 1, they played Kalitas on 4, and I could never draw my 5th land to save my life. Like, I had boat in my hand the entire game, and I just never drew land 5. But I was still kind of like grinding out the Kalitas. I was like, blocking with tokens and doing some other stuff. So what ended up happening was they finally drew Kroxa to, like, boat was my only card the entire game, and they drew Kroxa the turn before I drew my 5th land. So it was like super awkward, It was so bad. Just like if it was one more turn, So needed to fade it for one more turn. So that was that game that just got obliterated by Kroxa. And then game 2, I didn't draw a boat. They had turn 4 Shieldred, and I couldn't kill it. Which is why I think that maybe playing, like, is it crazy that I just want a main deck roast? How wild is main deck roast? Like, just over Lava Coil, Probably a little crazy, but I believe the Obnix Chariot bug is still there. Yeah, that's true. That's been bugged for a while, right? It is worse against green, yeah. Not being able to get... They have main deck silence? Not being able to get the Old Growth Shoal is pretty unfortunate, so maybe it's not worth it. I don't think I've ever seen main deck silence in this deck. It's kind of hot. Alright, draw land, we'll play Fable. If not, we'll cry. Unfortunate. Yeah, multi 6, draw all 3 drops, never found a 3rd land. Game's not over, but I feel like it's probably over. I'm not exactly sure what the bug is, I just know that it doesn't work. I don't know if it's like, it just doesn't make a copy or something. Could probably pack this one up. I feel like we can probably safely pack this one up. I don't even want to show them the Ooze. Hypothetically, if they have 3 lands in hand, I mean, they should expect Ooze, right? I don't think I'm giving up that much information. All these decks play main deck Ooze. Worst versus Troll and Spirits, better versus the Mirrored Shieldred. Yeah, being able to kill a Lovestruck Beast in the mirror seems kind of pretty important. Alright, so sideboard against Greasefang. Bring in these, cut the Lava Coils. And I think Fable is a little bit too slow in this matchup. You just kind of don't have time to dirtle around with that kind of stuff. It's at least my theory. Even though I really want to draw Fable, there are definitely matchups where it's too slow, and I think this is one of them. Like, I'd rather just have more creatures to be able to pressure their life total. You could maybe make an argument to cut Chariot, because they're just a better well, I don't know. Like if you have an active Scavenging Ooze and they can't kill it, or Hearse, and you're like messing with their graveyard, I think you're better at the Chariot mid-range game plan than they are. So I can tell you cut a Scooze and a Lava Coil. What else got cut for the Fable? The 24th land. Almost all these decks are playing 24 lands. Which, yeah, cutting a land for a Fable, then never draw my third land. Ironic, right? I don't know if cutting a land is good. Obviously, it doesn't look good so far. This hand's incredible. Lava Coil's never dead while Rose is dead against Phoenix and Spirits. I wouldn't say that Lava Coil's never dead. Like, it's dead against, blue-white. But I guess Roast is also dead against blue-white, so maybe that's a bad argument. It's like almost all the games where Roast is dead, Lava Coil's... Or, the games where Lava Coil is dead, Roast will also be dead, but I see your point where, like, I get what you're saying. I think I'm supposed to go Hearse Mystic here. No, this was... a lot worse if they have Witherbloom Command. Maybe that's bad. I don't give a shit about that. That is A-okay with me. Kind of surprised they even cast that. I will eat your 2 vehicles. Thank you very much. Maybe I just play Chariot here, right? Could have went Stormseeker Elf, maybe. Maybe that's better. Wooden Cogcoil dead against blue-white still answers Sharks. Yeah, I guess that's true. That is a good point. But I guess, like, maybe at the same point you could argue that Roast kills Skyclave Apparition against Spirits, but then we're just kind of nitpicking, right? Yeah, it does feel like you're right, that Roast is probably more of a sideboard card than anything else. I don't want you back. Alright, I'm going to volley the Greasefang, because I just don't want to trade with the Chariot. We can go... play Stormseeker. Crew with these 2. Give the Stormseeker haste. Attack for 7. Copy a token. Do make wins. Well, that was not close at all. Let's do that again. I think Fable could be bad here. Classic great card that is a poor fit. Yeah, it's just like... It's one of those things where I don't think Fable... Like I was saying, the backside of Fable is not doing a whole lot. Where you're not getting a lot of value out of that, where with copying, Bloodside and stuff. But the 2 things that Fable does do is if your elves are dying, if they kill your 2 elves, for example, like you go turn 1 elf, turn 2 elf, and both of those die, but they don't have an answer for your goblin token, it allows you to turn 4 boat without an elf. And it also filters out your extra boats and chariots when you're playing 4 copies of each. So, like, the things that it does are pretty good. Same Gruul deck I play. I was just listening to the song. Nice. Makes a copy with 0 starting loyalty, which just sounds right to me. If it's copying X loyalty planeswalker, then defined X. Is that not how it should work, though? Like, if I copy an Obnix list that has 5 loyalty, it should enter the battlefield with 5 loyalty, right? I'm actually, like, not the biggest fan of this hand. I think I may be priced into keeping because I have Volley, but this hand's a little sketchy. Not sure if this is actually a keep. It's kind of close. Well, it's a lot better now. I don't really think there's anything I would ever volley onto. Just top deck an elf. I'm not as good as you, Ryan. I know you would top deck an elf there, but I'm not that good. Okay, they milled the Parhelion. Oh, perfect. So now I can go elf, hold up, volley. Next turn, play Scooze. Very, very good sequence. I mean, I would have rather had the elf last turn, but I'll take it. They also didn't get a land back, which is important. Yeah, I am as good. Can't stay away. Rafine's Informant. Yeah, that's fine. All the good ones as well as the bad ones, yeah. Copy something doesn't copy the counters on it, though. If you copy a Planeswalker, it should get however many counters the starting loyalty is. What's the starting loyalty on the copied Obnix list, though? It's 0, isn't it? Because the starting loyalty is equal to the number of things that you... You know what I mean? So we obviously have to play the Scavenging Ooze here. I think I'm just gonna go... play Scooze, pass with these 2 up. It's a little bit safer to do it this way. I'm not going to block with Llanowar Elves anyways. And if they end of turn push the Ooze, what I'll do is I'll eat the Parhelion and then just hold up Rending Volley. They may play a Chariot here, but Is Stormseeker still good enough since we're not playing Pack Leader? Yeah, well, most of the, like, the S-Man versions had... Is there not 2 creatures? Alright, fine, I'll take 3. Most of the S-Man versions weren't even playing Pack Leader to begin with. Like, I don't think S-Man ever had Pack Leader in his deck. But Stormseeker's just incredible with Chariot and Boat. Stormseeker plus Chariot and Stormseeker plus Boat is just cracked. Yeah, I kind of agree. I'm not really sure that it's actually a bug. I think it might just be the way that it's intended. Okay. Hearth's not bad. I just want lands, though. Shade, thank you for the 4. Could go, like, Hearse, make a 1/1, hold up Volley. It's the safest play, for sure. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's go Hearse, make a 1/1, hold up Volley. He did it at the beginning, but moved away from them. Plays made Akroan War now. I don't remember S-Man ever having the Pack Leader in his deck, but maybe I'm wrong. Tear Asunder. Tree of Antiquity, thank you for the 20 months. One more month, buddy. One more month. Thank you so much for the 20. Much, much appreciated. What we got? Yeah, well, the card that he cut for, at least in S-Man's most recent list, the card he cut for main deck Akroan War was the Stormseekers, right? Well, I did cut the 24th land, so, you know, there is that. I'm not going to cast the Volley because I'd rather just draw land for Boat. Interesting. Think I have 3 cards in hand. I believe I am just going to play an Elf and pass. Maybe it's a little bit greedy to not cast the Volley that turn, because if I had cast Volley, I could have just untapped and played Chariot. Yeah, they have a tap land. I have to imagine they have Chariot in their hand. Outland Liberator, huh? Liberator could be okay. It's good against green too, right? Because if you can somehow flip it, you can just like start attacking their mana. Ooh. Yeah, got mega punish for not casting that Volley next last turn. I mean, I guess that's fine because I can slam Boat here. No shot they have a second safekeeping, right? No shot? Alright, your turn. And again, I have to assume that one of their cards is Chariot, so they're probably going to cast that this turn. This game is, like, surprisingly close. I'm not going to say we're behind, but it's close. What do they do? Fatal Push the human token. Put me to 2. Oh, did they just draw Witherbloom Command? They may have drawn Witherbloom Command. Well, we're dead if they draw command, so I guess we have to kill them pretty quickly. So why don't we play Chariot, crew the Boat? Yeah, use these 2 to crew the Boat. Still have 2 blockers, so even if they have like a Tear Asunder for the Boat, which they might, I wouldn't be surprised if they had Tear Asunder here. No, alright. I guess we just have to hope they never draw the, Witherbloom Command. Could I have played my land first last turn and kept up an extra blocker? No, I don't think I had a land, right? I can't remember. Just don't draw Witherbloom Command, it's easy. What's this? Grease Fang. Grease Fang's fine. That I can beat. Okay. They're not playing Chariot, so they definitely don't have Chariot. 18. Can I kill them this turn? I think I can. So we go play Stormseeker, play Stormseeker Elf. God, we gotta be pretty close, right? We gotta be very close to killing them. So what if I go Stormseeker Lovestruck? Then I can haste the Lovestruck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have an Elf untap, 2 cat tokens. Haste the Lovestruck. Use... What am I crewing the Chariot with, though, is the question, right? Why does so many people say Vengevine, but I've never heard anyone saying Greasefang? It's the way it rolls off the tongue, you know? If I go Stormseeker Lovestruck, how am I crewing the Chariot? Stormseeker Lovestruck, haste the Lovestruck, use Stormseeker Elf to crew the Boat, and then I guess use the 2 cats to crew the Chariot? But if their last card is Fatal Push... Oh, no, they can't count... Yeah, never mind. Never mind, what am I saying? Okay, that's fine, yeah. I don't think it's lethal, but... Lovestruck Elf and Crew attack for 14. No, I think I like this. I think this is good. Let's go to combat. We go haste the Lovestruck. Then we go use these two to crew the boat. These two to crew the Chariot. This is 15 damage? Not quite lethal. Not quite lethal. Oh, shit. I was not playing around that. Wonder if they had that last turn. I guess we died a Fatal Push now. Okay, that was probably bad. Yeah, no, we died a Fatal Push. Because, like, my theory was that if they had that, they would have cast it last turn. Oh, my God. They had to have just drawn that, right? Like, they 100% had to have just drawn that? Because there's no shot they wouldn't have cast it last turn when I played the boat, right? Oh, yeah, they had no cards in hand, too, right? Yeah, you're right. Turn you played Hearse, you could have cast Lovestruck, and I think you easily win the game. Wasn't I holding up... Oh, you wanted to go, instead of playing the Hearse, just go Lovestruck, hold up Volley. Yeah, that was probably better. I think I threw that game. That was kind of tough. Oh, well. No green mana, but we have Bonecrusher into Fable. I think this is fine. You don't usually keep a hand without green, but this looks okay. Yeah, just classic Doomwake. Losing games that are literally unlosable. That's what you come to the stream for, right? That's what I'm good at. I'm extremely good like that. Nobody else can lose, 90% games like I can. It's a redeeming quality. I feel like there was, 100 different things I could have done different that game. Resident Sleepers in the chat right now. Ooh, nice draw step. I guess that one. Gotta play those games so you can get better. And that was just bad. Like, there's just no excuse. It was just embarrassing. I have no words. They just didn't attack. Alright. I'm supposed to cast my Elf on turn 1. I'm just playing Mono Red Control. Classic Mono Red Control. If all of my games were streamed live, it would be ugly. Yeah. You take the good with the bad, right? There's, maybe some argument to letting them do that. And then I can try to, stomp the one that... If they spend 3 mana on the other one, try to stomp that one, but... It seems pretty unlikely. They have nothing else to do with 5 cards. Alright, they just don't want to attack. That's cool. I'll play Fable. Will I? I don't know if I want to loot any of these cards away. It's nice to get the Fable going, though, because I might want to flip it. Because I can go Fable into Chariot. Is Stormseeker good? I haven't really had success with it. I think it's very good. It allows you to go under people, which is important. Yeah, that's I do that a lot, Colby. I think about honestly when I'm playing, especially when I'm streaming, because when I'm streaming, I tend to talk about my lines a lot more than I would normally think about them, just all these different possibilities. And I really do think that when I stream, I just overthink things. When I'm streaming, I always more so than when I'm playing IRL, or when I'm playing off stream, I always try and I try to play around as many things as humanly possible, and sometimes that's just not realistic, you know? Why not Stormseeker there? Well, the crew of, I guess I could go Stormseeker into Chariot into Fable, which is probably just as good. Yeah, maybe it's better to Stormseeker there. I guess, I was thinking that if I draw a boat, I kind of want the Shaman token in play, because I can suicide the Shaman and then slam boat. That's what I was thinking. But maybe it's just worse than just playing the Stormseeker there. Because depending on what they do, I might loot and try to... Okay, they're just never attacking. Mono black never attack you. Interesting. Touche. Who really needs to attack anybody anyways, right? We don't really need to attack anybody. I don't know if it's right, but if this isn't that, they cast it when it is. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because it would have been sweet, too, because I drew the second Chariot, so I could have gone Stormseeker into Chariot, and then even if they trade with the Chariot, I don't really care, because I have a backup Chariot anyways. So, probably would have been fine. Chat, Poggers in the chat, Spike with the 2 gifties. Thank you so much for the 2 gifted subs. Can you have a deck? What is this? Tests Copium. What is Tests Copium? I don't know what this is. Spike wants a deck tech chat. Fatal Push, Commune with the Gods, Crucifix's Insight. Search, Trial of Ambition, Haven, Nest, Binding, Shark Typhoon, Lake Claim. I wonder, why are you choosing to not play Worst Fears? Because you could still play Worst Fears, right? Spike broke it. Oh, Titan's Nest is Test. Okay, I got it. Yeah, I kind of feel like you would still want to play Worst Fears in that deck. Alright, what are we doing here? We are... I actually can't attack with the Lovestruck Beast, funny enough. So, let's go... I think I just want to play Bonecrusher. This is kind of awkward. This thing's kind of a brick shithouse. Alright, let's do it like this. Let's play Stormseeker. Sam, thank you so much for the raid, buddy. Much appreciated. You don't find enough enchantment cards, but yeah, maybe you should still play it. Yeah, I don't know. Kahira, Push, Commune, Crew Fixes. So these make sense, right? Obviously. Push is very good. Obviously, you need Push for Elves. That makes sense. I don't think I love the Search. Trial, Haven, Nest, Binding. I thought there was like another version of this card that cost 1 mana. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Omniscience. Yeah. What about like a Balaged Recovery? So like if you... I guess like... I'm trying to think if you mill over some of the stuff, maybe you want to get it back with Balaged Recovery. Let's see that. There's Bacard in the Yard. Which one? Oh, the other one that finds enchantments, the 1 mana one? Okay, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. What am I doing here? I kind of want to give this haste. No, that's bad. Let's just go here. I'll offer the trade of Chariot for Sleeper, because I can make it a 5/4. So we'll go here. I think I'm going to suicide the Goblin Shaman token, too. Excuse me, because I'm getting an extra token, and I just want to be able to play a 3-drop post-combat. So if they block the Goblin Shaman token, they take 5, and I can still play a 3-drop post-combat. Probably second Fable. Collected Company. Balaged Recovery? No, Balaged Recovery. Balaged Recovery. Because I'm thinking like if you mill over like the Omniscience, or sometimes you even want to just get back a Lake Claim, right? Like if you mill over a Lake Claim, and when you're playing all these self mill cards, you can take the Titan's Nest early and then use the Balaged to get back your payoff, right? That's kind of what I was thinking. Maybe you can cut like a couple lands for it. Does that make sense? Let's play Valakut and Pioneer, yeah. I want this Gruul deck to be good. I'm just resigning myself to mono green. I think it's good. I think it's really good. Maybe not good against black-green Collecting Company, but I like the idea of Balaged Recovery a lot. That sounds kind of dope. This thing flips. I don't even know what it does. I'm not reading it. I refuse to read it. Yeah, because I'm thinking like you mill over some stuff, because like the cards that you want to take, or even like cycling Lake Claim, right? You like cycle Lake Claim early and then get it back. Probably like 2, maybe 3 copies total. I'm also wondering... Wait, why don't we just make this I guess you don't have a ton to do with Yorion. I'm wondering, maybe you could play... Like, if you made this a Yorion deck, you could also play Omen of the Sea, Max on Trials. But I don't really know what Yorion is offering you, you know? It's like, probably not. What's up, Phyrexia? Can this deck play actual Doomwake Giant? What, Spike's deck? I'm playing Doomwake Giant and Spike's deck. Oh, the card I was thinking about, this might be a little too fragile, but as like a payoff when you're kind of going off with Titan's Nest, because you're casting a lot of enchantments in the same turn, is Eidolon of Blossoms, but it might be a little too sketchy. Because, like, especially on the turn, like, the turn where you untap a Titan's Nest, you're going to cast, like, 3-4 enchantments sometimes in the same turn. Is there any enchantment that ramps you? Because that's kind of what I want. I want an enchantment that, like, that ramps me, you know? No, I'm good, dog. If Blossoms cost green 3 instead of GG2, I'd be down. Yeah, because you could cast it for 1 mana off of the Titan's Nest, which would be massive, I agree. Killing these two, I think, right? Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we are playing Reckless Stormseeker. That card is fugged up. You ever seen a boat with haste? Actually, I could just attack the Liliana and kill everything, right? Yeah, this is messed up. You ever see a boat with haste? I should have attacked with the Shaman tokens, but whatever. Yeah, speedboat. What's up, JS? How you doing, buddy? Just got done with the most stress and chaotic show I've ever been a part of. Nice, nice. Well, hope it went well. How's 23 lands working for you? Well, I got mana screwed on one, so... Although, I should have won that match anyways. I played as bad as I possibly could have. I was thinking about that too, Pixelpaul. I was thinking about just playing 4 boats in Greasefang and trimming down on chariots. Maybe like board more chariots, or maybe just play 12 vehicles, but that's probably too many, right? You can't really afford to play 12 vehicles. But maybe like 4-4-2, sideboard a 3rd boat or something. Omen of the Hunt is a enchantment that ramps you on ETB, but it costs 3. Yeah. It doesn't curve that well with binding. I want a rampant growth that's also an enchantment, you know? But I want it to cost 2 mana. There's just not that much good 2-mana rampant pioneer. It's like you have the elves, and then you have a bunch of cultivates and shit. It's like, I just want rampant growth. Is that so much to ask? Like, can we just have rampant growth? Is that, you know, we just do that? Okay, let's go 1, 2, 3. Play this thing. It's too much to ask, yeah. Yeah, I'll just fire up a Mutavault. I'm just kind of clicking some buttons at random. We'll figure it out, you know. I'm just gonna right-click attack with all. That's my favorite button in the whole game, so... My favorite button in the whole game. Oh, shit, Wolffull Haven. Yeah, but he's already playing Wolffull Haven. Murderous Rider, huh? Yeah, I guess you're already playing Haven, so maybe you don't need as much. Yeah, maybe because you already have Haven, maybe you don't need more ramp. Because this spike did a deck tech for this. And my suggestion so far was to add Balagad Recovery, because it can mill over your payoffs, or after you mill your payoffs with Commune and Crewfix's Insight, you can buy them back with Recovery. Also, you can like cycle Lake Claim and then get it back as like a payoff. So I think Balagad makes sense. I don't really know what else I would do though. I'd probably cut the Search. Other than Search, there's not a lot. Maybe go like Search and cut a land for 2 Recovery. The one on missions is probably fine. But yeah. Does Recovery get back Worst Fears? It's just any card, right? Is it card or permanent? Haven doesn't do anything with Yorion if you're trying to make it a Yorion deck. Yeah, that's true. I think it's probably bad to make it a Yorion deck. We already get to play Kahira for free, so... Alright, what are we playing against? Green, black... stuff. Alright, I'll submit. I don't know. I got nothing for green, black stuff. Binding of the Old Gods? Because it costs 4 mana. We're trying to ramp into a turn 3 Titan's Nest, which we already have Wolffull Haven for, but I want, you know, maybe a little bit more ramp, but maybe just Haven is enough. 4 Parhelion, 3 Chariot, 2 Boat, it worked out well. 3 Chariot, huh? I feel like I want at least 10 vehicles, so I feel like I'd rather be on 4-3-3 at that point, but... Briefcase? Briefcase is not an enchantment. Oh, wait. Spike, what do you think about, What's the functional reprint of Eidolon of Blossoms, the 3-mana 1/3? What do you think about that card? Because that one's 2 into G. You could play that card. Is that card based or no? I forget what it's called. That one only costs 3 mana too. I know it's not an enchantment, but you can play it and then play all of your other enchantments off a Titan's Nest, right? That actually sounds kind of lit. Kind of like that. Because that kind of solves the problem of, like, you know, of, not being 3 on, or, like, being a single green, you know? Careful Cultivation, 2-mana ramp, also an enchantment. That's the one where you channel it and make a Llanowar Elf, right? And what does it do when you hardcast it? Is it just like enchant a land, enchanted land taps for... Is it just like a Verdant Haven kind of thing? So the enchant artifact or creature, enchant creature, ++3. Oh, you have to enchant a creature. Yeah, okay. So you're never doing that, but... Yeah, most of the time you're just going to channel it to make an elf. What is this deck? It's just red-green aggro. or I guess red-green mid-range is a better way to describe it, but it's just like the most efficient creatures, vehicles, because the reason to play this deck is because the vehicles are incredible against Rakdos. Both Chariot and Boat are just like give you a massive advantage and are both incredibly hard for the Rakdos deck to deal with. So this is basically like Gruul anti-Rakdos, if that makes sense. God, hasting a Fable token's kind of sick. That's pretty nutso. I like that. Stormseeker is so busted. I don't think I want to trade Stormseeker for one of those cards, so I'll just attack with just the token. Yeah, it's just red-green boats. I've been playing against this deck a lot, so I get the appeal. Dude, Icy Wolf, I'm with you. The first time that I looked at this deck, it doesn't look like it should be good. But just the way that the games play out, it's just the other thing that this deck does is it has so many different ways to use its mana. It just gets to be like incredibly mana efficient almost every single turn, you know. That's another thing that it does very well. Seems sketch against mono green. Well, what my counter argument is the list that won the challenge this weekend had 4 main deck Akroan War, and when you cast that thing on turn 4 against mono green, it's pretty good. So if you're gonna play 4 Akroan War main deck, I feel like you should have a decent-ish mono green matchup. All right, we get to filter out some of these lands, which is pretty good. Keep the pathway in the beast. Made top 8 in RSQ with this deck yesterday. Exiled the Swiss, but died to Phoenix in the top 8. Yeah, I lost. I played this exact deck as well in my RSQ. I lost in top 4. I beat mono green twice, mono white twice, and then I lost to Rakdos. So yeah, I think if Spike's still here, those are kind of my thoughts. Try Balagad Recovery. I feel like you can maybe make the mana work to get Eidolon of Blossoms in here, but if you don't want to try Eidolon, try out the Setessan Champion. I think just having a way to like chain stuff when you go off on the Titan's Nest turn is really appealing. So now let's dump that and that. Play this as, I guess, a green source. We'll go Heart's Desire. Play the 5/5, haste the 5/5. Can I play the other Stormseeker? I guess I can't play the other Stormseeker pre-combat. How large are my RCQs? The one yesterday was only 26, which was, I think, the smallest one that I've been to outside of the random 12-person one that I went to in New York that I drove like 2.5 hours for. We don't want to talk about that one. I like to pretend that tournament didn't exist, but, you know. Because I went to a 12-person RCQ and I didn't make top 4. But, you know, I digress. But yeah, that's probably the smallest one that I've been to so far. I can get in there with the Ooze, but... Am I okay with trading Ooze for Tracker? Actually, I think I probably am. Yeah, let's just do this. Doing good with this deck I stole from you. Won the CQ and Warsaw top 8 challenge yesterday. Are you playing the Tarkarad deck? Tarkarad deck is cracked. Oh, the Ignis deck. Really? Nice. That's awesome. Ignis deck is sweet. Picking up a playset of Stormseekers. I bought the fancy ones. You guys like the fancy ones? For some reason, they're not on Moto, and I hate that. These things look so good. Yeah, I don't know why they block the Scavenging Ooze, but these things look so nice. Let me find it. Look at that thing. Focus. My camera does not want to focus, ever. But you get the idea. They're fancy. They're cool. Graveyard Trespasser. Too much glare? Yeah, probably. Also got my second top 8 pin. If you guys want top 8 pins, I'm sure at the end of the season I'll have like 10 of these and no wins. So I got plenty of top 8 pins if you want those. Just saying. Plenty of top 8 pins. Yes, they are in fact ops. They are in fact what the kids call Ludops. Show up to the next one with all of them pinned to my shirt, just jangling around already, intimidate your opponent, yeah. The deck that Spike sent me had Crewfix's Insight and Commune with the Gods. Oh, the one I was thinking of was Gather the Pack, but that only gets creatures, right? I think that only gets creatures. Yeah, it only gets creatures. So that one's no bueno. Just gonna do this now so I can have 6. Well, I want to have 6, but, you know. So, find a wasteland creature. Yeah, we needed to find enchantments. We're looking for cards like that that also hit enchantments. Because we want all of our graveyard enablers to also find Titan's Nest. Growth Spiral. I think just Willful Haven is probably enough ramp. Especially on 60 cards. Like, I think if you get to more than 60 cards, then I guess you could maybe justify playing like 7 to 8 ramp spells, but on 60, I think just 4 Haven's probably enough. Because you have other stuff to do, you know. You have other stuff to do on turn 2 and turn 3. Unless you play the Contestant Champions, but... on the draw, Elf, Fable, nothing. This is, like, pretty borderline. If this hand draws a land, it's going to be pretty rough, but ideally, if we can survive, we can Fable away some of these lands. I'm going to try this hand. This is, like, this keep is really on the back of Fable, though. Yeah, but, like, you have to kind of assume that your Elf's dying, right? Alright, we get the Revenge match against Greasefang. Hopefully I don't screw it up this time. It's not the best hand against Greasefang, I will say that. What's up, Real John? Ooh, no green mana. I like that. I don't like that, though. That is no bueno. That means I'm probably dying. Unless I draw Scavenging Ooze. Did you ever have any doubt, chat? Did you ever have any doubt at all? Any. At all. 0 doubt. 0. Commune with the Gods. We're already playing Commune. We're playing Crucifix's Insight and Commune. I'm sure they have Abrupt Decay, right? No Abrupt Decay. Well, let me tell you. I don't know what I'm going to tell you, but... I'm going to tell you something. Yeah, they don't usually have Removal Main, right? Which, like, they probably have to start playing Removal Main if this deck is picking up in popularity, because every single one of these decks have 4 Scavenging Ooze main deck. And, like, you just can't beat this card if you don't play a Fatal Push or Abrupt Decay main deck. You just have no chance. Play the Green Vessel. 1 mana, 2 sack, reveal the top 4, artifact creature, champion, land, or planeswalker. I guess the cool thing about Vessel is if you're choosing to play the Constellation cards, it also triggers Constellation for 1 mana, which is pretty cool. That could be an interesting idea. I could see that. Commune with Spirits. Doesn't that put the cards in the bottom, though, and not graveyard them? I think that was the argument. I'm pretty sure Commune with Spirits puts them in the bottom, and not the graveyard, and we want them in the graveyard for Titan's Nest. Alright, we'll discard Elf and Land, I think. Alright, drew Elf and Land. Let's go play Elf, play Lovestruck. 2, 3, 4. I think I could just forget about the token, right? The token's like a good roadblock against the Regisaur. I should have maybe not played the Elf there. I guess I could just play Stormseeker and take a hit. I don't want to take a hit, though. Let's just do this. Then I can chump block the Regisaur for a turn, and then maybe set up a double block next turn. Well, ideally would want to have the card in the graveyard. A 1 mana way to dig for an enchantment as land is huge. Yeah, that's true. Otherworldly Gaze. Gaze could be interesting, potentially. Timbercrown calls the dead. Which one? What's the exact text on that one? I forget what that one does. Spike hates Gaze. Gaze is just Ancestral Recall. The sooner that Spike realizes it, the sooner that, you know, we can move on with our lives. Kill 3, then you exile creature enchantment. If you do, make it 2/2. Nah, that card sucks, I think. That card seems way... Because that doesn't actually find you the Titan's Nest. The idea behind Commune and Crucifix's Insight is it actually finds you the Titan's Nest. Because, like, if you look at the deck, we're not doing a whole lot when we don't have Titan's Nest. Like, this is kind of as close as it gets to all-in on Titan's Nest. I guess you have Shark Typhoon, but, like, this is pretty much all-in on Titan's Nest, you know? Wow. Can I beat 2 Reggies? The answer is yes. The answer to your question, Doomwake, is yes. Yes, you can beat 2 Reggies. I'm going to start eating creatures so I can just, like, have this outsize the Reggies. Okay, that thing flips. Play, I guess this. Which mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's play Lovestruck Beast. Might double block one of them. I don't know. I'm just gonna pass. We're just chilling. I could start like copying stuff with Reflection next turn. Maybe copy Lovestruck double block. We'll figure it out. Oh, Otherworldly Gaze. Otherworldly Gaze. Come on, chat. Twitch streamers taken out of context. Twitch streamers taken out of context. Otherworldly Gaze. This game looks over. Play Stormseeker, haste the Reflection, copy Beast to block with Elf. Stormseeker, haste the Reflection, copy Beast. Yeah, but I don't have enough mana to keep up Ooze. I only have 7 mana. If I go Stormseeker, Lovestruck, copy, I have no mana to keep up Ooze. I mean, if I hold this up the whole game, they can't win, right? Like, what are they going to do? I feel like we're playing a game that's already been lost. Start copying stuff now. I'll find a boat eventually. I mean, to be fair, I don't have great attacks, but, you know. We'll figure that out eventually. Oh, I can actually... I can haste a Lovestruck. Or copy Lovestruck, haste the copy, and attack for 6. It's probably fine, right? Maybe a little bit too aggressive. Well, not haste, but pump, you know what I mean. Just to get it past the Regisaur. Don't know. Dance of the Mance. Mance will make you dance. Target artifact and or non-aura enchantment cards mid X to battlefield. Can you pay for... Titan's Nest doesn't let you pay for X though, right? So you can't... Can you delve to pay for dance or no? I thought you couldn't pay X with Titan's Nest. Yeah, it's not that good. Thanks, Overseer. Thanks, buddy. Can't stay away targeting Satyr Wayfinder. They have no cards in hand. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. That is not going to work. At what point do you think they've had enough? At what point do you think they've had enough? And we'll find out. I should probably start eating vehicles, right? I guess. Whatever. MD893, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Chat, don't forget if you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free subscription per month to any streamer of your choice, so don't forget to check if your Amazon Prime sub is available. I'm just gonna keep doing this, I think. I'll do this all day, man. I'll be here all day. What do you think is going to happen? What's going to happen first? They mill themselves out or they concede? Try to Titan's Nest, Alvrin's Epiphany back in standard 2 beta time walks. Yeah, that's kind of hot. We could play a couple time walks in that deck, you know. Targeting Stitcher's Supplier. Nope. That is not going to happen. Should flip the Stormseekers. Yeah, I'll probably do that this turn. Again, I'm just kind of clicking buttons, you know. I'm just clicking buttons at random. Yeah, we'll flip the Stormseekers this turn. Do this again. We got Mercadianer, or Mercadianeer. Thank you for the 4 months. Somebody did say Prime. Thank you so much for the 4. Much appreciated. You like the fresh cut, chat? What do you think? Thoughts on the fresh cut? It's kind of boring, but looks a lot better than it did before, let me tell you that much. I hate having hair. Hair sucks. Maybe I should just go bald. When will you learn? When will you learn? Oh, maybe they can flip the werewolves back. No, never mind. Team long hair. I mean, if I had the ability to grow hair out, that'd be sweet, but like every single time I try to grow my hair out, it just, like, it's flat. Like, I can't do anything with it, you know? Every single time. And I'm also, like, balding up, like I have, like, a bald spot here, you know? They can hardcast Marhelion. I don't think that matters. Let me just, like, trample this thing. Yeah, we can go... Make a copy of this. I can fire up the Lair for 6. Then I can go trample the Skoos, pump the Lovestruck Beast, still have a green mana up for the Skoos, just in case. Go shove with those 3. Yeah, looks good to me. I need a perm. I've never had a perm before. I've never had a perm. You have the facial hair that makes going bald much easier. I see if you meant facial hair. Yeah, I can actually, like, I can grow a pretty good beard. You know, not as somebody like Saffron Olive, for example. His beard is out of control, but I can, like, grow a decent beard. But hair is, like, you know, hair right here is fine. Hair up here, just not having it. Just absolutely. Like, I wish I had hair like Spike. Spike has great hair. New Siege Rhino art. Yo, that's hot. Do you know what this is from? Because this is hot. Yo, that's dope. I mean, it's not, like, as good as the original, but... Why are you still playing? What's happening? 104.3A, anybody? Anybody with 104.3A? Play Chow gifting us up to Addicting Coffee. Thank you so much for the gift that's up, Play Chow. Much appreciated. I mean, even if they draw Greasefang, it doesn't matter. Like, they're still dead. Had to get the train going. Oh, we're on a boost train. I don't know what is, like, what's the difference between a boost train and a hype train? I have no idea, but we're at level 1 on a boost train, so we're boosting. Jack, can we get boosted? Boosty. Boosty. Yeah, we're on a boat train. I'm on a boat. All right, if we get to level, we'll say level 5. If we get to level 3 on the boost train, I'll play I'm on a boat for you guys. Yeah, I'm trying out boat, or I'm trying out Fable. I don't know if Fable's that good, but it's been kind of mid so far. Sand is fine, I guess. I mean, it has hers, so yeah. Boats and Joels, the official name of this deck. Boats and some amount of Joels. Does anybody know if they're going to have coverage of Vegas? I guess, like, they haven't officially announced anything, so they might have, like... I don't know. Anu might be doing coverage. I can't remember, but... Oh, where's the 4th Fable? I mean, a lot of people don't even play Fable this deck to begin with. I'm not even sure that Fable's that good, to be honest with you. I think it's kind of mid. Oh, it's X here. Firefly, thank you for the raid. I saw the Phoenix. Yeah, I saw the Phoenix. I did not see the Sea Trainer, though. The Sea Trainer looks dope. Anu currently doesn't have permission to stream in the hall. Wait, really? What? Why? That's so dumb. Is that real? That's horrible. Wait, how do I beat this? Like, unironically. I guess I can double block. Yeah, so at least the idea behind the first couple of Fables in this deck, Mark, was you don't have a ton of good things to copy. Like, you're not like Rakdos, where you have Bloodscythe Harvester, Graveyard Trespasser, and things like that. The thing that Fable does do, it does 2 very important things. It ramps you for when they have removal spell for your elves, and it also gets to loot away extra copies of Boats and Chariots, because you're playing 4 of each, so you just naturally have, you're naturally going to draw multiple copies of those. So it is good at doing both of those things, so it is a good card for sure. What's up, Eccles? Yeah, my hair is no more hair. I mean, I'm just gonna double block, right? Because I have the second beast to kind of check the Chariot. I think double block is good. I could chump block, but maybe chump block that turn, double block with 2 beasts next turn is better. It's kind of close. It almost ends up being the same thing, though, right? Yeah. Wait, would it? No, I don't need to haste the boat, right? I'd rather just play Lovestruck Beast. I was thinking about playing this turn to haste the boat next turn, but I think it's better to do this, because this checks the Chariot more effectively. But if they have a removal spell for the Beast, this could get awkward. You can always crew the hearse. If you're going for people, I suggest trying Combat Celebrant for the infinite combo. That card is just so medium, though. Like, when every time you draw Combat Celebrant and you don't draw Fable, it's so bad, you know? So bad. Yeah, they can't attack. So bad. So I guess we just kill the Greasefang now. We just chill. Yeah, just play boat and chill. You've heard of Netflix and chill. How about boat and chill? Proceed. Isn't Pioneer mid? What about Pioneer being mid? I think Pioneer's great. I love Pioneer. I'm having a blast playing Pioneer. My water bottle's kind of define great. Good gameplay. I actually think that outside of Monogreen, the gameplay's great. I think Monogreen is the only like outlier for bad gameplay. I think the gameplay against everything else is really good. Came second in RSQ yesterday, lost the finals versus this red-green deck. Dude, everybody I'm talking to is like just crushing with this red-green deck. I think it's legit. If I had to play the LCQs in Atlanta tomorrow, this is probably the deck I would play. I think it's incredible, and I think it could like this deck. This is one of those things where this is just like the first or second iteration, and it's like, you know, I know that S-Man builds this deck with all 4 ofs, but this is one of those things where this could easily be like super duper refined, you know. JS, thank you for stopping by. Have a great night, buddy. Take it easy. Is that good versus Karn? Well, the thing about Karn is they usually minus it, and then when they minus it, you just vote their card, and then it's fine. This fake. Okay, so let's go. Kind of want to go Stomp a 2/2, play Bonecrusher, use Bonecrusher, crew the boat. Yeah, Bonecrusher, crew the boat, maybe attack with the Beast too. I don't think it's legit, I just didn't know how to play against it. I mean, you know, maybe that's true, but why don't you think it's good? My opponent in chat said, "You are fucking good, bro." Thanks. Thanks. Okay. Yeah, we win these. We win these, chat. We win these. Alright, we are 2-1. This is the Nassif 3-0, as they call it. This is probably going to be the Nassif trophy, right? 4-1, just completely botched the round that I lost. I can't keep this in the play. I don't think I can. Okay, this is better. It's actually not clear what I'm supposed to put back. My logic is put back second Elf, so that if they don't kill Elf, I'll play a 5/5. If they do kill Elf, I'll just play Heart's Desire, and then play the Sun 3. I think that makes the most sense. I could see an argument for putting back a land there, but just keep turn 3 bones, don't question it. Yeah, but like, just push your elf, it feels so bad. I guess like the other theory is that you want a second elf when they push your elf, but Nassif went 7-0 in the challenge except for the 2 games he lost to time. But yeah, I saw Nassif's tweet. That's what got me thinking about it. Okay, they took the boat, unsurprisingly. Rakdos is not usually a matchup where I just want to run out Lovestruck Beast. Like, I want to get my value out of it. Like, if I play a 5/5 and they just fatal push my elf, I can't do anything, right? I think I'm just gonna do this. I think I like this line. Less explosive, but better if they have a push. Doom asking why I think boat is legit, reads none of it. Alright, I'll read it. Chat's going too fast, Otterhouse. You can't blame me. Alright, where'd you go, Otter? I feel once people start targeting the scroll deck, it gets bad. No one has sideboard cards for it. And another bit. Lovestruck Beast, brought out LMAX to the quarterfinals, brought out the Phoenixes, give the... Well, yeah, I mean, that's just, you just didn't know what they were playing, right? Castle MTG, thank you for the 2 months. They went Bonecrusher by Elf. Yep. It's a good draw. Could double spell next turn. But yeah, like, I mean, that's just the product of you not knowing. You haven't played Pioneer, and you said you haven't played Pioneer in 2 weeks, so like, I don't expect you to know the deck. But you know, well, yeah, and I also agree with your statement of like Rakdos not playing enough of braids. Like this deck has 4 chariots and 4 boats. Rakdos, if you're not going to play a braid, you have no chance of beating this deck. You know, so it's like the Coils Fables feels like the flex spots. I love Lava Coil. I think Lava Coil is great. Fable has been fine. I don't know. It's been okay. Like, Fable's never going to be a bad card, but it's not, like, super exciting, you know? It's just, like, it's okay. It's one of those things where it's just a fine card. Like, I'm not, like, that upset to have Fable in my deck, obviously, because it's just... There's going to be spots where it's good. Like, not being able to clone a crewed vehicle does suck. Yeah. Yeah, the thing that, as we talked about, the thing that Fable does do is it allows you to loot away the extra vehicles, which can be pretty important, because you're playing 4 copies of each, so that is important. It also, you know, it helps that you ramp, because you have a lot of 3s, so you can, like, Fable on 3, make a treasure, and then the turn after you can double 3, which is pretty good. No, don't play Combat Celebrant. I'm afraid of Rakdos with more braids. This deck will increase the amount of braids Colligans. Yeah. That is true, yes. If you're playing Rakdos, you should have at least... honestly, I think you should probably have 2 copies of a braid main deck with a 3rd in the sideboard. If you want to have like a good matchup against this deck. That's true, Ladon. That's true, yeah. Don't kill my 1/1, please. Please don't kill my 1/1. Is it weird that I'm in a spot where the best draw step is just a 1/1? Want to braid main a Phoenix? Yeah, that makes sense. I think the Phoenix matchup for this deck is pretty tough, though. Thoughtseize themselves. And then play Bonecrusher? Okay. Interesting. I mean, I guess they had nothing else to do, right? It's not a good spot to be in, though. It's gonna get aggressive. Because they can't block the Mutavault or the 1/1, they have to chump block. I'm just gonna make another 1/1. Like, they just have no chance. But, like, making a 5/5 there is just kind of bad if they draw, you know, a removal spell for the 1/1, so... I guess it wouldn't have mattered anyways, because I still have the Mutavault for lethal, but... Alright, game 2 against Rakdos. So I was bringing in just Xenagos. And now that I have Roast, I want to bring those in. Okay, I want your opinion on this, chap. How many copies of Akroan War, if any, should I have in my deck against Rakdos? I was thinking 2. I feel like 2 is a good spot to be in. Because, like, you do kind of want it against their 4-drops, right? When did they unban Grizzly Bears? What's up, John? I think having 2 copies is pretty good for their 4-drops. As the Bant Spirits matchup. I haven't played it yet. I would assume not great, because your instant speed interaction is only Bonecrusher, which doesn't kill a lot of stuff against them. Yeah, that's the other question, is, like, what am I cutting against them? I really don't know. When I played Rakdos in top 8 yesterday, I cut all the Scavenging Oozes, which I'm not sure if that's correct or not. Also, maybe Xenagos is just bad against them. Yeah, Akroan War does not trigger a bolt, which is pretty important. Got Stormseeker. Guess I'm not trying to go under them. I could see that. Grizzly Bear eats Groxa. Yeah, honestly, Stormseeker seems like a fine cut. I could see that. We could try that. And then maybe cut, like, 1 Ooze for 1 Akroan War. Is there a chance I want to cut the 4th Chariot? Yeah, it'd be good against blue-white, but... I could see cutting the 4th Chariot for the 2nd War. No, you don't think so? It is pretty important to have it. Maybe another Scavenging Ooze. Could run Dharma over Xenagos. I thought about playing Clothis. Because then I wouldn't feel bad about cutting all the Oozes if I had 2 Clothis against them. So maybe that's the move, just play Clothis over this. Because then it, like, doesn't... I don't feel bad about cutting all my Scavenging Oozes. I'm definitely not cutting a Fable. I think I'm gonna try this. I think this is good. Yeah, Clothis might be the move against Rakdos. Card's nuts. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. The amount of times I've had hands without green mana is kind of staggering, you know? I don't know why, but I want to keep this hand. Alright, trying it. I think cut an elf. Cutting an elf feels so weird. Haha, joke's on you. Joke's on you, Fatal Push gamer. If only I had a spell that you could Fatal Push. For Mutavault's still really sus. Yeah, it, you know, I thought about cutting the 4th one. I have thought about that. Okay. Huh. I kind of want to Lava Coil this. But I want to play a green source in case I draw another green source, and then I can double spell next turn. So let's do that. save roast for Shieldred. I low-key don't like Mutavault. Mutavault's been good, but I think 4 might be excessive. I think I might go down to like 3. It has been very good for me, though. Also, it's nice with Stormseeker, because you can... Oh, shit, that's bad. You can haste a Mutavault, which like, comes up. It comes up quite a bit. That's bad. That is no bueno. I mean, thankfully they can't take the Chariot, but... I kind of wish they could take the Chariot. I'm not roasting this, right? I'll take a couple hits from this, I think. I think I have to save roast for Shieldred. I love Lair so much in this with Lovestruck. Yeah, Lair's great. Lair's great. I already have 3 layers. I guess maybe you could play the 4th layer over the 4th Mutavault, potentially, but then that's just a lot of tap lands, and you really do want to curve out. Like, having that as your 3rd land is so bad. Because you have so many 3-drops in your deck, so you can't afford to do that. Took a Chariot. They have another discard spell? Yeah. Wish I had a Bonecrusher here. Bonecrusher would be insane. Mech Hanger as a 1-of land. I don't even know what Mech Hanger does. Does that, like, put counters on something? Alright, give me a land. Okay. Green source, right? For, like, Scavenging Ooze purposes. I don't really ever need double red. Here's a boat for 3. Tap, add C. Tap, add 1 mana villain color. Spend this to cast a palette or vehicle spell. 3 taps. No, don't ever do that. I wouldn't ever play that over a Mutavault. Chariot can block this? No, it can't. Oh, artifact creatures. Well, if I animate, they just Dreadbore me, right? That's pretty bad. I don't think I want to crew into Dreadbore. Probably have, like, Kolaghan's Command or something if they're not casting the Bonecrusher Giant, or I guess they have Fatal Push. Maybe I should have blocked. Blocking was better against Fatal Push. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to block there. I think I'll fire up the Mutavault. Hope they don't have a second Bonecrusher. I'm at 14. I kind of think I just have to roast this. And they know about the roast anyway, so they're just not going to play Shielded into it. Showed us push on turn 1? When? What do you mean they showed us push on turn 1? Oh, when they shocked. Yeah, you're right. Lord's Dane, thank you for the 24 months. 2 whole years. Has it been that long already? Thanks, buddy. Much appreciated. Yeah, I should have maybe done that differently. Am I okay with trading Mutavault for Goblin Shaman token? I feel like I'm probably not. Although they did miss a land drop. Yeah, I'm actually cool with that. I'm cool with that. I guess it cuts me off of casting Boat if I draw it, which is maybe a reason to not do this, but... I'm going to main phase activate the Ooze so they can't stomp my Skews. Worse if they go, like, discard Kroxa, then play Extinction Event or something, but... Which they could be setting up for. Extinction Event would make a lot of sense for them to have. Well, the Chariot is an artifact, so... The text on Intimidate says, artifact creatures and or creatures that share a color with it. It is an artifact creature. Yeah, I was worried about that. Not much I can do about it, but... I guess I could have not played the Skews, but... Red-green Atarka Blast. 4 Gingerbrute, 4 Bomat, 4 Shrapnel Blast. That's deep. Alright. I think we'll have to get him in Game 3, Chad. No, they were talking... Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Block with Chariot. My bad. Yeah, 4 Epic here, too. 4 Epic Battery. That's kind of hot, actually. I kind of like that. That's a really cool idea. That is a really cool idea. I do, but I always forget. I got too many things going on, chat. I got too many things going on. It's alright, we'll drop Boat. Boat, but... It's not awful. Should have to pass, probably. Hope they don't have a removal spell. Lars, thank you so much for the 7 months. Appreciate you. Thank you. I forget when I don't have a chat. I forgot 3 times in the last RCQ. It's easier to remember in paper because it's like it's right in front of me in paper. But if I like hide the window, if I like have the window off to the side, I just forget about it sometimes. Deck Tech is 2 subs, the 30k channel point option. The Rhinos list. Ooh, I'm down for some Rhinos. But. Alright, we'll go to Game 3. Maybe that game's a little bit different if I don't forget about Jagantha, but mono red aggro is just really good in Pioneer because the removal's not great. Yeah, exactly. Like when you're putting that much pressure on your opponent to have the removal spell on turn 1, and most decks are like struggled to, like, the Rakdos deck has Fatal Push, but they don't actually have that many untapped black sources, right? They have 4 Blood Crypt, 4 Hive, or not 4 Hive, 4 Blood Crypt, 4 Pathway, 2 Hive, usually 1 Swamp. That's 11, which is like, usually that's like on the lower end for having, you know, like a turn 1 Llanowar Elf or something, so they're not guaranteed to have turn 1 black mana. And that's like the deck that plays the best 1 mana removal spell, you know? Urborg, yeah, I guess they play 1 Urborg, yeah, sure, so 12. But 12 is still kind of low. Like, most of the time, to have it consistently in turn 1, you want to be between like 14 to 16. So it's still on the low end. Yeah, it's like somewhere between 14 and 16. I thought the newer list only had 1 Swamp. Maybe I'm wrong. I could have sworn the last list I saw only had 1. Maybe I'm thinking of something different, though. Here he is. Connor, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. If you got gifted a sub from Connor, be sure to thank them in chat. Thank you very, very much. Drop a link in chat. We'll take a look right after the match if you're cool with that. No, I have 2 basics. I got 2 mountains. I know they're hard to see because they're fancy mountains, but... Still playing Teamer, huh? I mean, if you're gonna play Teamer, I think that, like, okay, so is there a specific reason that you don't want to play 4-color? Like card availability issues or something along those lines? Because my recommended version of Rhinos at this point would be 4-color. With, like, Omnath and stuff, but... okay. So, like, give me your thought process. Like, what's the thought process behind playing Teamer instead of 4-color? It's a 5-color deck. We use the term 5-color loosely here. It's a 4.5-color deck, okay? If you want to get technical. I mean, for what it is, for a Teamer Rhinos list, this looks decent. I've never been a fan of 2 Jace. I've always, like, if I'm going to play Jace, I think it's just one of those things that you want to play 1 copy of. I feel like the second one's maybe a little bit mid. Ooh, that's a hell of a draw step. I think I'm just picking up Jagantha, right? Yeah. So, like, there's that to consider. So I'd probably cut the second Jace. I think 4 Borrower, 4 Fury, 4 Shardless is fine. The 1 Subtlety's okay. Maybe cut the Jace for a second Subtlety. I feel like 3 Dead Gone if you're going to play 4 Fury. You can probably cut the 3rd Dead Gone. One card that I've liked a lot in Teamer specifically is the first copy of Murktide Regent, especially with Prismari Command, because you can kind of loot stuff away. The last time I was experimenting with Teamer as well, I was playing a couple copies of Fable, which is okay as well. Casting Bonecrusher seemed better. Well, I don't want... Casting Bonecrusher is kind of mid if they just play a Blood Tithe Harvester. I want to save Stomp for Blood Tithe. Is this list just pre-Dom U? Well, yeah, because there's no Dom U cards that you would want to play in Teamer, right? You know what I mean? But, like, yeah, for what it is, I think this is mostly good. I don't think I like the second Jace. Not the biggest fan of Subtlety, and I think I'd probably cut the 3rd Dead Gone. And I'd probably experiment with, like, either 2 Fables in a Murktide or 2 Endurances in a Murktide if you don't want to play the Fable. Fable was, like, kind of mid when I played it. It's not an unplayable card, but, you know, there's definitely, it's definitely not the best card in the world, for sure. So yeah, most likely probably just, like, if you don't want to play Fable, 2 Endurances, then 1 Murktide is good. I do like the 1 Murktide quite a bit, though. And then the mana base... I would definitely get Gemstone Caverns in here. If you're playing Teamer, I don't want to play Gemstone Caverns in 4-color because it kind of competes with Leyline Binding, but if you're playing just Teamer, you should be playing 2 copies of Caverns, for sure. I agree with Drom as well. I think that the 4-color version is probably just a little bit better right now. But if you're choosing to play Teamer, like, if you want to play Teamer, this is a good starting point. But yeah, my thoughts would be the second Jace, the Subtlety, and the 3rd Dead Gone. Either, again, 2 Endurance or 2 Fable, and then the 1 Murktide. If you're choosing to play the Endurances in the main deck, the card that I would add to the sideboard is something for Control, because Blue-White's been picking up a lot in popularity, and I think that matchup is not great. So I think you want to play 2 Thruns in the sideboard for Control. Chandra 6 used to be my go-to anti-control card, but it's a lot worse against Binding, and you can't Binding a Thrun, so... No, Elves is after this, Ben. You did not miss Elves. You came here just in time, Ben. Oh, agree. I would not recommend playing Scion. They're just, like, they can't win this game, right? They're super dead. 2. Stop your guy. game seems close. Anyone's game. We even have the roast for the 4-drop. Yeah, Thran. Not Thran. Thran, the last Karn. So yeah, I think those are my thoughts. And yeah, again, if you wanted to play 2 Endurances in the main, which that I think that would be my recommendation. Either sideboard 2 Thruns if you have a lot of control, or 2 Subtlety if there's a lot of Amulet. You could play Subtlety in your sideboard as like a 2-of. I think 2 in the 2 is fine if you're expecting a lot of Amulet, but if I didn't know the metagame, I'd probably hedge towards Thrun, because I think Thrun covers your, like, Blue-White is your worst matchup, I think, in my opinion. So it covers more of your bad matchups in that case, so. I think that's it, though. Yeah, my theory behind, like, the 3rd Dead Gone is if you're gonna play 4 Fury, I don't really think you need it as much. Type 2 red-green monster flashbacks. Oh my god, with, like, Stormbreath Dragon. Dude, that deck was so hot. Stormbreath, Xenagos. That deck was sick. I think that deck also played, like, Polukranos and shit, too. Yeah, Subtlety's decent against Rakdos. Would you like to give up yet? No? Not yet? I mean, even Extinction Event's not even close to good enough, right? Like, I have 3 odds, 3 evens. Alright, go to 2. Go to 2 Extinction Event odds. Still die. Even still die. I have Mutavault just chilling here, too. Oh, I could have just attacked with Mutavault, right? Instead of playing the Bonecrusher. Yeah, that would have been better. It doesn't matter. They can't win. But you're right. I should have attacked with Mutavault instead of playing Bonecrusher. Alright, prediction time. We'll be in a C5 though this, because I punted round 1 horrible. Pew pew. Coming from somebody who didn't vote in the prediction. Okay, we're on the draw. Sand is not great, but I think it's just about, like, the good thing about this hand is we have 2, 3, 4, right? We're just missing a 1-drop, which we have 12 in our deck. We're not likely to find one, but this is a really good 2, 3, 4 curve, so I'm going to keep it. Obviously, this is much, much better than the play, but yeah, we're going to get dumpstered. It's kind of what happens when you play against mono green, right? I don't really think there's ever a world where I would fire up Mutavault on turn 2, so I'm just going to play Mountain. Hoping this is the mirror. No, they didn't reveal Gigant. That's not the mirror. Okay. Yeah, that's about as bad as it could have been. That is about as bad as it could have been. Post board, though. Once we get the sideboard, then we're chilling. Miss, 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 miss. But a Kiora in hand. No land? Pause champ? No land? Just pass? Tilt. Could still be the mirror? No. Why are you saying that? Okay, well, they attacked, which is good for me. I really hope they attack next turn. There's no shot they're attacking next turn, right? There's no way, unless they go, like, Nykthos Cav, but if they don't go Nykthos Cav and they do attack, we might be able to win this game. Unless they have Karn for Chariot, then it's bad, obviously, but we can still kill the Karn pretty easily. Yeah, well, if they play Cav, we're fucked, but it's like they're playing Kiora, which they can still Cav with, yeah. Any calves? Please, no calves. Got any calves in hand? Okay. Probably no longer a winnable game. We lost the die roll, so we lost the match. You can steal games in the draw with the Akroan War, but definitely not game 1. Wait, they attacked? Pause champ? So, what is our plan? Definitely, maybe, probably, potentially not dead. I mean, it's probably still better to play Chariot, right? Yeah, I probably have a second card. That's a good point, Icy Wolf. You can go Chariot, haste the token at Karn, Stormseeker at them. I was thinking about playing Fable this turn, because I can haste the Fable token, get a treasure. I guess I can't really do anything with the treasure. Yeah, it's gotta be better to play Chariot, I think. So play Chariot. Haste the token. Kill Karn. I guess we maybe should attack Kiora? Because we can kill Kiora next turn, depending on if they attack or not, but... Haircut looking primo. Thanks, bad. Yeah. I hate hair. I just want to go bald. Sucks I couldn't make it to DMC this past weekend. Heard you played the deck there too. Yeah, I lost in top 4 with this deck. Lost to Rakdos. Beat mono green twice, mono white twice. Well, beat mono green, beat mono white twice, double draw, beat mono green in top 8, then lost to Rakdos in top 4. Bonecrusher, I don't know if it's secretly Gerbros. I think people like realize how busted Bonecrusher is. That card's insane. Yeah, I did see the EW announcement. I'm probably going to play. I probably won't stream it, but I'll probably play in it. I top 8'd one of those with, I think it was with Dredge, right? Yeah, I think I top 8'd the vintage one last year with Dredge. Chatting, why no attack with Chariot? Chatting. I'll give you one good reason. It's in the graveyard. How do you ever beat the Cavalier card? Probably don't. I like this more than a Tarka Red. I think so, yeah. I think it just has a lot more play to it. Alright, we'll go to game 2. We'll go to game 2. How does anyone ever beat Cav? You play this card against them and they lose. You have to draw it, though, is the thing. I don't actually think I want Roast in this matchup, right? I'm going to trim a Fable. Like, would I rather have Roast just as, like, a 2-mana way to kill an elf over Fable? Potentially. And I can, like, maybe tempo... I can, like, kill a troll, which obviously doesn't kill it, but, like, get some tempo that way. Is Roast better than Coil? No, because Coil exiles Troll. But I think Fable's kind of shit in this matchup. It's just too slow. We'll try this. Alright, on the play with 4 Akroan War. This should be the game we win. Yes, this hand's incredible. I keep. This is, like, the best hand I've ever seen. Oh, yeah, we assume they had the second card, yeah. Oh, yeah, don't forget, chat. We got a lot of people in chat. For those of you who maybe don't know, Pure Modern Tournament is 2.5 weeks away. I think there was about, last time I checked, there was about 13 people signed up. So if you want to play some Pure Modern, as we're calling it, which is Modern without Horizon sets, 2.5 weeks, chat. 2.5 weeks. The November 12th is the date. And the only way, the way to enter the tournament is simply just be subscribed to the channel. If you're subscribed to the channel, you can view, you have to link your Twitch to Discord, view the sub-only channel within the Discord, and you will be able to see the code, which you can use to enter the event. And then, there it is. Thank you for the 23 months. 1 month away from that 2-year subscriber badge. Thank you so much for the 23. Yeah, it was tough with scheduling-wise, because, like, there was Vegas, which I didn't want to compete with Vegas. Then NRG, which I'm commentating, so I can't do it that weekend. Then there was SCG Philly. Then the weekend after is Atlanta, which I'm going to be in Atlanta. So it's like my only 2 options were Philly or for Vegas. So it's like, it was tough, you know. No, don't play Mech Hanger. Don't play Mech Hanger. Mutavault is just like, I would never ever play a single copy of Mech Hanger over Mutavault. I think this is... I'm not sure if this is better than just going... The problem with Coil is I don't have 5 mana available, so I can't Coil plus second Bonecrusher. If I had an untapped land, I would have 100% done that, but... Like, at least now if they play Cav, I can just go Stomp Coil, attack for 8, and maybe it's fine. That is an interesting draw step, so this thing has to attack next turn. Stomp Coil, attack for 9, they go to 4... They get this back next turn, though, which kind of sucks. This is really tough. You have 2 cards. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, Beatrix. If I play the Chariot... So, there's a cool thing I can do where if I play Chariot, on Chapter 3, I can respond to the 3rd chapter, crew the Chariot with the Troll. It will die under my control, and I will get it back. And I can put it on my Stomping Ground. Which is why I'm considering letting them have the Cav for 1 turn. Because the other line is like Lava Coil plus Stomp, attack for 9, they go to 4, but then they just get the Troll back next turn, right? And I don't really have a good answer to the Troll next turn. Cav can read by Storm. No, it's gonna get exiled. Lava Coil exiles it, dude. Now this is super tough. If you attack with Troll, sure. Yeah, I guess that's a free attack, because if they block, I'll just Coil it, play a Bonecrusher. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And then if they don't block, probably just play the Chariot. Yeah, I think I like that. That's a good attack. If I stomp instead of Coil. If they block, I'm going to Coil it. 100% coiling this if they block. So now I get it back, which is pretty insane. The fact that I drew one of my 4 Stomping Grounds. Oh my god, I can Coil plus Chariot here? That's so gross. That's so sick. Sheesh. Wait. Huh? Oh, I tapped it for the wrong amount of mana. It's like, wait, I know I have 4 mana here. Like, don't do me like this. That was gross. That was so gross. Yeah, the interaction where if Troll dies on your side of the field, you get to enchant it. And I only have 4 forests in my deck, so kind of hilarious that I drew one of them. Yeah, the other interaction, too, is where if... So this came up yesterday in the RCQ, where if let's say the Troll was still on my side of the battlefield, I'll make it easy for you. We'll do it like this. So Chapter 3 goes on the stack. If I still had the Troll on my side of the battlefield, I could respond to Chapter 3, tap the Troll to crew the Chariot, Chapter 3 resolves, the Troll dies on my side of the field. So I would still get it back. Or, well, if I didn't have a forest, they wouldn't get it back, but that's the point, you know? You can do some cool stuff with that. In any case, they're dead, so... Cast Bonecrusher Giant. Groot. TKS and Stubby D too strong. What's this? Was this the deck that you 5-0'd with, TP? Bro, look at this deck. Smasher, Boat, TKS Chariot, Lovestruck Ooze. So it's just like the it's just this deck with Stub. 4-1. Oh yeah, you 4-1. Yeah. This deck's kind of hot. Stubborn Denial's kind of cracked, especially with Lovestruck Beast. Losing Bonecrusher kind of sucks though. It's this deck, but you can't afford Fables. It's just like, how do you interact with a turn 1 elf though? Like if they turn 1 elf you just lose, right? You have nothing for that. And you also don't get to play Akroan War for the green matchup. How does that deck actually beat green? Right? That deck seems horrible against green. You have no red removal, no Akroan Wars. I don't know. Kind of sketch. Nobody to haste boats. Has the Recto Sack matchup for us. I haven't played it yet. I feel like it's probably not great, but... Alright, opponent mult to 6. I have turn 2 Coil, turn 3 nothing, turn 4 Akroan War. I don't think this is good enough on the draw. This is probably worse. This one's higher upside, but Stub seems good versus green. Not when they have, like, Troll into Cav, though, right? I guess you get Gust and Stroke, which is good. Should we keep this in the draw? They kept 6. I kind of want to go to 5. I'm thinking go to 5. This hand's just never good enough against them, right? I don't think it is. It's kind of the same hand, but... I think I'm just going to high roll and put back those two. This hand probably never beats them, but... Okay, that's good for us. I like to see that. That definitely helps. Pretty good. Okay, now my hand's broken. Now my hand is broken. Sheesh. I hope they play Guard next turn. Hey, even if they play Guard, even if they, like... Well, if they play Troll, I don't really have good attacks, but... Did beat green red vehicles twice in my league. Yes, Stubborn Denial is very, very good against a deck that has 4 Chariot, 4 Boat. I'll give you that. Stubborn Denial is incredible against this deck. So if you're going to play against a bunch of red-green mirrors, yes, I agree that you are probably ahead in the red-green matchup. Play Beast and haste it? Yeah, if they play Troll, I guess I'll probably just play Beast. Yeah, I just want to draw back-to-back lands for Boat. I know I'm saying this as I put 2 lands in the bottom, but I think it was correct on my 5. I think when you're on 5, you have to get kind of greedy. Okay. So they probably get Boat here, right? Just let the Karn die and then Boat my Stormseeker next turn. Yeah, they probably have to get Boat. You can't let the Stormseeker stay on the battlefield. There's like, unironically, there's actually an argument that, like, even if I draw a land, to just flip the Stormseeker, right? Because then they can't Boat it if they get Boat. Because I could just fire up Mutavault, you know? I might actually do that. They did get Boat. Just like fire up Mutavault. I guess then they just kill the elf. What does the Gruul deck prey on? It has felt mediocre to me more often than not. I think it's just like, it's just a solid deck. I think it's good against Rakdos. Then they kill my elf. Okay, let's assume this, right? If I go fire up Mutavault, kill Karn, attack them for 3, pass, flip. They go land, boat, kill elf. I have a Stormseeker. Yeah, I guess that even if I draw a land to cast the Lovestruck Beast, I can't attack with it because I lose the elf. The problem with Lovestruck Haste is I can't really kill the Karn. Because if I haste the Lovestruck, I'm not sending 6 at the Karn. There's no way I'm doing that. Like, I'm not going to give up 6 damage. So, like, I guess I could put the Karn to 1, and then they play Boat. But, like, what if they just kill my Elf if they play Boat? That's really bad for me, right? If they kill the Elf? Because then I still can't attack with the Lovestruck next turn. It's all bad, right? Yeah, that's true. If I put Karn to 1, they can just animate the Boat and pass, which is also horrendous for me. They don't have haste, but they can leave it as a blocker to protect the Karn, you know? I think I'm going to take my initial line. I don't know if this is correct, but I think this is what feels right to me. This is what feels right to me. So it doesn't really matter what I haste, but... I don't know if this is a good line, but this is what feels right to me. Well, that's the nice thing about this line. Because now, if they go Boat, Kill, Elf, I can just go Lovestruck, attack for 6, they go to 8. And then even if they fire up the Boat... Like, even if they find something to fire up the Boat next turn, and they can't kill, they have to kill the 1/1. I still have the flip Stormseeker in play. You know what I mean? You needed to make the token. If I make the token, I lose the game because they kill this and I can't win. I need this to. This is my only chance this game. The whole point of this line was to flip this. If I play this, this doesn't flip, and they just go land Boat and kill this, and I lose. No, Honor House. I'm saying I would just make a 1/1. You know what I mean? Oh, double spell is so bad for me there. Yeah, they actually had the 5th land and didn't, and you know what I mean? Didn't even do that. It's a good play from them. Because I could haste Chariot. Haste Chariot, try to go wide against the Boat. The other line is 1/1, play Lovestruck Beast, haste the Lovestruck. That's got to be worse than Chariot, though, right? Yeah, that's worse than Chariot. Yeah, the Haste Chariot's good, I think. I think the Haste Chariot line is good. Because this also puts them to 7 if they don't block. They may have to chump block the Chariot. They probably do, actually. Well, just take 7. You know, one of the cards is Boat. I'm not, like, that worried about dying. I don't have enough devotion. But you see what I'm saying? They had the land for Boat and just couldn't play Boat because I flipped my Stormseeker. Like, if I'd made a 1/1, they just slam Boat, kill the Stormseeker, and I have no chance this game. The only reason I'm even in this game is because I forced them to not play the Boat the turn that I flipped the Stormseeker. You know what I mean? That's the only reason I'm in this game. I think that play was 5-head. Would have missed the 1 damage on Elf and played Heart's Desire. Yeah, but that's the whole point we're talking about, is then you just lose to the Boat. Okay, Troll's not great for me. Wait, they're not playing Boat? Oh. Wait, we just win now, right? Kill the Troll, 2 blockers. We gotta be pretty close, right? Alright, let's do some math. Kill Troll, fire up Mutavault. 2 blockers. No, I think I'm 1 short. Right? I think I'm 1 short. Roast the Troll. Tap 2, roast the Troll. Animate Mutavault. 5 attackers. Even if I tap 2 to crew the Chariot, then they just... No, that's bad, right? So roast the Troll, animate Mutavault, 5 attackers, 2 blockers. They take 6, go to 1. Yeah, land would have been lethal with the hasty Boat. Whatever I do, I can't let the Cavalier die, because if they put Karn on top, that's bad. So I don't want to let the Cavalier die. I mean, do I have a better play than just roast the Troll, fire up the Chariot, attack with everything? Well, no, that deals them less damage, right, if I fire up the Chariot. What about play Elf, give it haste? Play Elf, give it haste. Gives me 6 attackers, 3 blockers. It's the same math, right? They actually take 1 less damage that way. No, I don't want to give the haste. I don't want to give the Lovestruck haste, because that lets them trade with Cavalier and put Karn on top. I don't want to let them put Karn on top, I think. Animating double Mutavault. It's the same math, right? 6 attackers, 3 blockers. They go to 1. If I crew Chariot, then Stormseeker survives. Well, I kind of want to flip the Stormseeker, right? So what if I just went, like, fire up the 2 Mutavaults off of this, tap Stormseeker and a Mutavault to crew the Chariot. So this 2, these are tapped, the 6 creatures, -2 + 1 is 5 attackers, 3 blockers, they go trade, eat, take 4, go to 3. That's bad, right? Well, I think my way to maximize damage is kill the Troll. So I think I'm going to do that. I think killing Troll is good, because this gives them less blockers, which makes my attacks better next turn. Can't you get 7 attackers by playing Elf and activating 1 Mutavault? Play Elf, activate a Mutavault. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. -3 is 4. Yeah, but it's still 6 unblocked, right? Because they just don't block the Elf. Yeah, it's still only 6. Should be 7 unblocked. How? Oh, I guess I don't want them eating the Mutavault, right? Oh, okay, okay. I can do it this way. I can haste the elf, then tap the elf to crew the Mutavault, right? Haste the elf, tap the elf, crew the Mutavault. Then they block Mutavault Stormseeker, go to 1. If I do it this way, 4 attackers, they block Chariot, Cat, go to 3. Yeah, just crew with these 2 then. I guess animating the Mutavault was stupid then, right? Yeah, that was dumb. Alright, whatever. Okay, let's go back and do the math here. So, I have 3 lands. If I play Elf, haste the Elf, animate Mutavault, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 blockers. They would block 3 2s. Isn't there 2 1-power creatures, though? Oh, no, because I'm pumping the elf. You might be right, actually. No, I think you're right, Boggle. I think I did have lethal. I think you're right. So if I just go tap Stomping Ground, play elf, tap Mutavault, animate Mutavault, I have 3 cat tokens, a Stormseeker, a 2/1 elf. That's only 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's these 5, right? It's these 5 plus this plus the other elf plus this elf is attacking. So it's 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. But they can't block all the 2s. No, you're right. Yeah, it was 7. You're 100% correct. I just did the math wrong. You're right. I had 7. Okay, well, it didn't matter. All right, well, should have been a 5-0 because I punted horribly round 1, but other than that, this deck's great. Really, really powerful deck. I still undecided on Fables. They felt okay, but I don't know. If you're, I'm trying to think of what else I want to say about this deck for the YouTube folks. Maybe go back to the 4th Coil. Akroan War is great. I don't think I'd play a Akroan War main deck, but maybe like 2 Fable is good. But yeah, that's kind of all I got. Anyways, if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah, the classic Nassif 5-0. We love the...